I'm Rene Nelson with Pacwest Real Estate, and today my guest is David Moore from IRA Equity Advantage. David, tell me a little bit about using a checkbook IRA and how that works.
Sure. Well, today, a lot of people are sitting there looking at what their money's done over the last decade, and a lot of people come through my office, their response is really very little. So historically, people have had a couple different courses to take, put money into real estate or other off-Wall Street investments. I joke, off-Wall Street, you sort of hear the self-directed world discuss traditional or non-traditional investments and alternative investments. I really sort of disagree with that whole thing. I think there's very few, if any, investments that are older than real estate, so more established, more stable. But really, it's been one of those issues where people didn't know how to get there. And to establish a basic account, really, you're just going to move your money from a custodian that does not allow self-direction to one that does. It's not a specific type of account. It's not a legally defined term. It's sort of a term that describes an account that allows you to buy what you want to buy. So we like to say invest in what you know. But first thing that's going to happen, you're going to move the money from custodian to custodian. As that's happening, we're going to put a limited liability company together. And that limited liability company could be a single investor, it could be a series of investors, it could be an investor with both their personal money and qualified money. Any combination will work, we just have to make sure it's done right. And then as the money's moving, we'll have the LLC put together, get that to our client, the articles of organization, the tax ID number. They'll go to the bank of their choice, open a business checking account. We direct the custodian to make an investment. And the money gets to that account, and they literally have the ability to write a check to make that investment. So it's really an incredible vehicle to get things handled for people.
Okay, and can they use that checkbook to also make improvements once they own the property? Can they make improvements to the property using that checkbook?
Certainly. They can manage those improvements. They can't get out there and swing a hammer. It's sort of one of those things. Okay. It's funny in that world because if you look at what sweat equity is considered a no-no with self-directed IRAs, and look at what sweat equity does. Sweat equity increases the value of an investment without a corresponding increase in basis. Ultimately, when that money is pulled out of that account, the government would be realizing a greater amount of tax revenue if they would allow that. But it's something that's forbidden. If the investment gains any benefit from the individual's actions, it's a prohibited transaction. So we have to be careful with what they're doing. And although the process is simple, it's filled with landmines. You really need to ask good questions and do things right from the beginning.
You bet. So if I have a client that needs more information, can they call you on the phone and talk to you about it and get some more information?
No. Yeah. Love the call. The only dumb question is the one that's not asked. So I mean, our attitude about it is we want to help people get where they want to go. And a lot of people just have no idea what's possible. So if they've got questions, please have them give me a call. You can reach me at 800-475-1031 or 503-635-1031. Email info@iraadvantage.net. But like I said, call, write, ask the questions, because I'm sure you're going to have them. And a lot of times people have more questions after they've spoken with us. They get our information and they sort of start reading through it. And if nothing else, it'll help them fall asleep at night if they're late and reading some of that stuff. So.
Well, I know you have some really good articles on your website. Remind me of your website address.
It's just IRAadvantage.net. Thank you.
Okay, check that out, IRAadvantage.net. Thank you.